Hey guys, Colin here from CH Gadgets. So, for all the TLDR people who clicked on this video, here is the HIFIMAN Deva-Pro in a nutshell. So, the HIFIMAN Deva-Pro is an open back mid-range planar magnetic driver headphone that offers excellent sound quality in a very comfortable package at a real entry-level price point. And yes, you should go ahead and buy it right now. You can thank me later. All right, so now that it's over, let's go back to the real review where we get into all the nitty-gritty and explore some of the details of why this is such a really good headphone, especially at this price point, and why it is such a compelling offer, and I think you should consider getting one for yourself. Let's go. So, in my opinion, the Deva-Pro is one of HIFIMAN's most interesting headphones. It is a very impressive kit, and I really didn't use kit loosely either. It has a number of innovative features, such as some new planar magnetic drivers. It has this open back design and Bluetooth 5.0 connection. It also has a really sleek, minimalist, modern design that is surprisingly lightweight at about 360 grams, despite this imposing look that it has on my head. The headband and hair cup are really soft, and one of the killer features of this headphone, it is really easy to drive, which means that it is a great option for most people who don't have a dedicated headphone amplifier. You can drive it with your phone. But what makes this truly special is you're getting an open back HIFIMAN tuned planar magnetic driver paired with the HIFIMAN Blue Mini R2 dongle, which I believe is a match made in hi-fi heaven as it regards to this headphone and overall portability, even though it is a really big headphone. Full disclaimer, before we get into some of the more interesting aspects of this headphone that you definitely need to hear, I want you to go inside of this review with your eyes wide open. And what I mean by that is, I definitely need to let you know that when you're going for a pair of cans like these, there are a few compromises that you have to consider. And I'm definitely going to go over a bunch of them throughout this video as we talk. So make sure you stick with me so we can discuss some of these, so we can actually come back down in the comment section just in case there's something that you have some questions about. The Deva-Pro is designed really well. It has a really clean aesthetic, and I'm a big fan of this mesh back. And even the color combo adds to that really premium vibe. The ear cup housing is made from a combination of aluminum and plastics, and the ear pads themselves are made with some really nice memory foam that is wrapped in vegan leather and this soft fabric interior liner that is really comfortable to wear for really long listening sessions. Trust me, I can't emphasize enough how comfortable the Deva-Pro is to wear, and the headband has this discreet, semi-clickable on the aluminum extension, so you can find almost any size to fit any head. Trust me, this thing can get really big, any big head size. So if you have Dumbo ears or you got a juggernaut head, I'm sure this thing can fit. So yeah, plus it also has some really deep hair cups, as you can see, that it will definitely not get your ears too hot because it won't be touching, so you won't get too hot, especially for long listening sessions. The Deva-Pro is using one of HIFIMAN's newer stealth magnetic planar magnetic driver, and the secret superpower of these drivers, they are really efficient, which means they don't need a lot of power to drive them, and they also produce a wide open soundstage and excellent imaging. So I know the question at the forefront of your mind is, as you look at these over my head, is how does it sound? Well, the short answer is incredible. Well, at least in my opinion. But the long answer is it has a balanced sound signature that is slightly analytical in nature. So let's unpack that a little bit. But it also has a slight emphasis on the treble response, which means that the sound is crisp, detailed, and very hairy, and the mid-range is smooth and natural, while the bass is deep, powerful, and well controlled. And even though it's not a sub-bass level type performance, especially with some bassier tracks, the bass is well extended and very punchy in my opinion. I seriously love how good this headphone is at resolving detail and reproducing natural tonal quality of vocal. And this is also one of the other superpower that make this a great all-around headphone for listening to a variety of genres. The Deva-Pro has a very wide open soundstage that makes it feel like the music is coming from all around you. And the imaging is excellent and precise with great instrument separation that gives you that visceral feeling of a concert hall. Especially when I'm listening to tracks like Hotel California by the Eagles, I really like that kind of immersion. Now, to be totally honest, the Blue Mini R2R DAC amp Bluetooth module looks kind of weird hanging down from the left ear cup, but it actually plays a big role in the overall audio performance of this headphone since they pack so much cool tech inside. The module also features built-in microphone that works great for receiving calls and making phone calls as well. There is an LED status indicator light right beside the Type-C charging port and the power button that is also used to pair as well as play and pause the headphone. The 3.5mm jack on the module is a TRRS balance plug that goes into the labeled left port of the headphone. Right beside it is a plastic spring-loaded clip that is used to snap the module in place once you put it on the headphone. The Blue Mini R2R module is pretty lightweight at about 25 grams, including the battery that offers about 6 to 7 hours of playtime with each charge. And yes, it supports SBC and AAC for iPhone phone users. They got you. As well as LDAC codec, which is my favorite aspects of this headphone since it performs so well. The DAC inside of this thing was executed really well. It provides some high resolution audio signal to the headphone that reproduce a lot of detail and clarity in music. And I mean, we could dive deep into all the tech aspects of how this thing works, but to be honest, I just want to stick closer to more of the experience that I've had with what HIFIMAN has created here. However, on the flip side, there were a few things that you need to consider if you're gonna get the Deva-Pro. The price at the time of doing this video is about $200, coming down from about $330, which is a pretty good discount. If you see that this discount, jump on it. And for that, you get this open back design, which possibly let a lot of noise pollution in if you're trying to use this outdoors. So there's absolutely no noise cancellation here, and the headphone doesn't fold or swivel, and you also don't get any carrying case, so you probably need to get one separately if you want to take this thing around with you and protect it at the same time. Like I mentioned earlier, this is an open back design, which means while you're listening to your music or playing game, there's going to be a lot of sound leak out into the atmosphere. So if you live around people in your house that you're using this close by, there's a chance you might DTP, which simply means you're going to be disturbing the peace. So you have to keep that in mind. Plus, I'll give you a fair warning right now. If you're a bass head and you only love head rattling music inside your headphones, then I just have to let you know right now that this is not it, Captain. You're not going to get it in this one. However, on the flip side, if you're looking for a pair of high-end, really affordable planar magnetic driver headphone that offers incredible audio quality with some deep, rich, articulate bass, plus it is also really comfortable and a really premium design, then this is definitely a hit, and I definitely can recommend it for that reason. Yeah, I almost forgot to talk about the fact that this can be used both with the wireless dongle or you can use it with the wire. That is included in the box. But for most people, you're probably gonna want to just stick to using this, you know, because most phones these days, they don't have a headphone jack. However, if your phone have a headphone jack, like, I don't know, something like the LG V60 or the V series line that have a really high quality DAC in that headphone, or maybe a Sony, then you could definitely plug it in and use it like that. Or you could just get yourself a DAP. I have a video coming up where I'm going to show you a real affordable one that you can use, you can pair with this, So make sure you stick around for that. I might just show it at the end of this video. But yeah, like I was saying, if you got that headphone jack on your phone, then you can definitely plug it in. But if not, then you probably have to figure out a combination of how you could plug it in. But other than that, for many other reasons, this will work just fine when you plug it up and use the Bluetooth. And you get good battery life too. To be totally honest, I mean, in my opinion, if you call yourself a music lover or some kind of audio purist that really like to listen to a lot of music, especially different genres, then you definitely need to get yourself a pair of headphones like these. Because trust me, once you start listening to music on this, you're probably never gonna look at your other pair of average type closed back headphones the same ever again. Once you listen to something like this, then you would understand differently the type of stuff that you're missing out of your music. And that's what this thing offers. So I guess if all the trade-offs that I just mentioned didn't scare you off by now, such as the crazy noise leak or no noise cancellation, and the fact that this doesn't have any volume control on the module, and it is not as easily transportable because it doesn't fold, flip, or twist or anything like that, and you still stick around. Plus, the clamping force is not as strong as some of the other headphones in this price class. Despite all of that, it does have a lot more working in its favor, like the fact that it has good heritage over at HIFIMAN, superb sound quality, good imaging, wide open soundstage, neutral sound signature with a slight emphasis on the treble, and good LDAC performance. Quick heads up though, the LDAC performance might impact the battery performance, so you have to keep that in mind when you're using it. It's comfortable, multiple connectivity points, both wireless and wired, and a really good microphone quality when you're making calls. And I mean, if you're coming from something like one average closed back type headphones and you jump over to this, I'm absolutely sure this is probably going to go above and beyond whatever you think your expectations are. And I'm definitely not trying to hype this thing up. It is definitely punching way above its price class. And I think if it's on your radar right now, you should definitely try to get it right now. And I know a lot of people have been saying when they're comparing this, they're saying, oh yeah, the Sundara sounds better. And it might be that the Sundara sound better, but this one is really good for the price. I mean, if you compare the Sundara is like $300 plus tax, and this is like $200 right now, and it probably will go lower. You probably could get it for a little bit less. I don't know. You can definitely check the link down in the description to see. I think it's a good buy. It's a really good investment. That's just my 2 cents. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section. Have you ever checked these out? Have you ever listened to them? Do you know what the Deva-Pro sound like? And also, do you think the Deva-Pro is ugly? What is your thoughts on this module? I think it's a brilliant idea for a pair of headphones like this. It's almost like they took something that wasn't necessarily designed for it and just retrofitted, had this really high quality dongle onto it, and then give this type of headphone a new life. Because if they had put all of this electronic inside, it might have altered the experience that you're experiencing as far as audio quality. So I'm glad they kept it on the outside for sure. But if they can figure out how to put it on the inside and make it sound just as good as it is, then that would be even better. But for right now, I do think this thing sounds really good. And it's a buy. It's definitely a buy for me. What is it for you? Make sure you click the like button on your way out and hit my face to get subscribed. Thank you for watching. It's your boy. Big up yourself.